appreciate this grand official sitting of the Junior Parliament, which coincides with the commemoration of the Day of the African Child, running under the theme Humanitarian Action in Africa, the Children's Rights First. This theme presents us with an opportunity to reflect on the achievements we have made in protecting and uplifting the rights of children and young people in general. It is also important as we chart a collective future for our great country to continuously revisit the rights of the child. Allow me at the onset to congratulate the Junior President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, His Excellency Mukudzi Madziwire, for his election to the presidency of the Junior Parliament, to the election to the presidency of the country, and the Speaker of Parliament. I say to you too, Makorokoto Amhlope. I equally congratulate the 210 honorable junior members of Parliament following their successful victory in the democratic elections for junior parliamentarians, as well as those in the Senate. You will be aware that the Day of the African Child has been celebrated on June 16 since 1991. On this day, we remember the courageous students who marched for their right to education and were subsequently killed during the 1976 Soweto uprising in South Africa. As we remember those courageous boys and girls, I implore the young people of our time to be equally purposeful and focus on things that matter concerning their future, as well as their families and country as a whole. The Day of the African Child is also an opportunity to raise awareness for the ongoing need to improve the various rights of children today. Although much progress has been made since the Soweto uprising, much more work still needs to be done to ensure all children have the basic human rights. Since our country ratified the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child and became a state party to the convention in September 1990, we have remained committed to respecting, supporting, and promoting children's rights. Notable successes have been registered towards the realization of children's rights in the areas of health, education, social protection, and justice. Mr. Speaker, sir, our young generation continues to be at the heart of government's policies. My government has adopted policies and measures to reflect the spirit and letter of Section 81 and Section 20 of our Constitution. We are determined to ensure that matters relating to our children and our youth are effectively dealt with. We recognize that quality health and nutrition are important to our population and to our children in particular. To this end, Essential national, institutional, and legal frameworks are in place aimed at improving the overall quality of life of our young children. The Food and Nutrition Security Policy, the National Nutrition Strategy, and the National Health Strategy, among other frameworks, are being implemented to fight against malnutrition in our country. I urge young people to embrace indigenous foods and fruits, as these have, since time immemorial, proved to be healthy and nutritious. Primary health care level in our rural districts is important. To promote right to decent health care to children, satellite clinics have also been established in resettlement farming areas. During my recent visit to a new residential area in Harare, South Constituency, it was heartbreaking to realize that children have to travel long distances to neighboring townships to access education and health care. Such a deplorable situation is unacceptable in Zimbabwe. I have assigned my ministers to address that state of affairs as a matter of urgency. Under the Second Republic, my administration will prioritize the implementation of concrete, relevant and responsive policies and projects that improve the quality of life of our people, especially our children, regardless of where they live or the social standing of their families. Mr. Speaker, sir, as we implement the new curriculum in our education system, I implore educators and learners to be forward-looking and desire to acquire broad knowledge and skills which are relevant for the future of our country. In your debate, we wanted to move backwards and avoid the new curriculum because of certain facilities which are not available. We should demand the availability of that which is not available and not go backwards. Never neglect, however, the contemporary trends and needs of the global community. On the support side, my government will carry on promoting and facilitating free, compulsory, basic education for all children. Let me reassure honorable junior members of parliament and the leaders in general that my government will rehabilitate schools affected by the devastating cyclone E.D where possible, or construct new ones where necessary. We are aware that a number of schools are still facing shortages of teaching and learning materials. Measures are in place to make all schools functional, safe, and adequately resourced. Mr. Speaker, sir, the Second Republic is determined to create a more prosperous Zimbabwe for the younger and the future generations. The ongoing economic development programs are designed to ultimately result in a modern, industrialized country with decent jobs and a higher standard of living for all our people. I take note of your observation about the Zupco buses, which are few. Let me assure you that they are coming, more are coming, and will be deployed to service you. Youth development interventions and strategies are being rolled out with the appropriate involvement of government, the private sector, and civil society. We will never neglect the rights of young people to access education, to access housing, health, employment, and empowerment opportunities, among other essential services. These are indeed part of their basic human rights. I challenge youth organizations throughout our country to fully utilize the valuable infrastructure and frameworks such as the Ministry of Youth Development, Arts, Sports and Recreation, National Youth Council, junior councils as well as the August Junior Parliament to effectively lobby for issues that affect the youth as a constituency. The last Youth Parliament requested that they would want to sit more than once, but they never came back. I hope you will do that yourselves. Mr. Speaker, Section 20 of the Constitution obligates government and all its agencies to ensure that the youth are provided with education and skills development, social and economic empowerment, representation and participation. Our investment in this regard is ongoing, with focus informed by the national skills needs, education relevance, as well as the need for the provision of vocational, technical, and entrepreneurial training. We are committed to developing creative, innovative young people who create jobs and provide solutions to our daily challenges as a nation. Currently, there are 51 new vocational training centers that have been set up throughout the country, while innovation incubation hubs continue to be rolled out to capacitate the youths and inculcate a culture of innovation, scientific innovations, and entrepreneurship. I encourage all learners to take advantage of the comprehensive new curriculum to take up studies in the new science, technical and engineering fields, as these are essential building blocks for the Zimbabwe of tomorrow, the Zimbabwe we all want. My government is establishing multi-purpose sport and recreation facilities in every province, with facilities for a wide range of sports, dance, theater, music, film, arts and crafts, among other fields. I challenge local authorities to complement these efforts by availing more land for recreational facilities for young people within the various localities and residential suburbs. Combined and collective efforts will undoubtedly transform our sports, arts and recreation sector into a more viable industry and a source of employment for our population, especially the young. With respect to Article 29 of the Convention on the Rights of the Child and Section 20, subsection 1, paragraph B of the Constitution of Zimbabwe, I'm pleased to announce that my government is implementing a modified National Youth Service Training Program. The program shall inculcate the values of patriotism, voluntarism, respect, national pride and cultural identity, as well as the good moral values of Ubuntu. Mr. Speaker, my government remains committed to interactions such as this August gathering, as it affords us the opportunity to dialogue on the course we must take as a nation. We consider young people as critical partners to achieving our national development agenda. I expect this August House to proffer thought-provoking perspectives to the issues affecting the young people. As a young people, you must take your position and contribute to the development of our great country. I am always ready to listen to you, our children and young people, with a view to adopting appropriate policies to address your concerns. We are indeed masters of our own destiny, and a dialogue is the culture of the new Zimbabwe. The future is ours together. No one should remain behind. Mr. Speakers, Honorable Junior Members of Parliament, I encourage you to study hard and focus on your studies to realize your dreams, ambitions, and aspirations. You must strive to reach your full potential. Shun immoral behavior as well as drug and substance abuse. Take time to shape your lives with hope and determination, fully confident that my government and your parents will do their best to help you to achieve your goals. Never take for granted the independence, peace, and freedom that we enjoy today. You must always be upright and be honest, working diligently to achieve much more than past generations. In line with our national cleanup program, keep your schools and communities clean. Love one another and live in harmony. You are the future and beacon of hope of our beloved Zimbabwe. With these remarks, I wish you all a fruitful and productive parliamentary section of this year. God bless you all. God bless Zimbabwe. I thank you, young parliamentarians.